Hey, what up, Louisville? Hey, something popped up on my timeline today that I wanted to address real quick. I don't know if you caught the news. If you didn't, I posted an article on my page from WLKY or one of the other mainstream media outlets. And what the article basically was saying was that today, Metro Council voted to officially extend the downtown area of Louisville to West 12th Street. Now, why I wanted to address this is because what you're witnessing is what's called gentrification. What gentrification is when you have poor neighborhoods that have become run down and you have wealthy investors come into those neighborhoods and buy the properties for pennies on the dollar in attempts to revitalize the neighborhood. Now, what typically happens when these neighborhoods are revitalized is that families are displaced and the original the area becomes a wealthy neighborhood, and the original residents never end up returning to the neighborhoods that they lived in for decades. The reason I wanted to address this is I don't know if you've been keeping up with the trends across the country, but this is something that's happening in all major cities across the country. It's happening in Indianapolis, it's happening in Detroit, it's happening in Chicago, it's happening in Oakland. When a neighborhood becomes crime infested, the property value falls. If you're from Louisville, then you know that you can go into the West End and you can purchase one of these abandoned properties, one of these abandoned homes for anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. So I'm one of those people that believe that although I acknowledge that crime is an issue in poor black neighborhoods, I'm one of those people that believe that over the years, crime has been allowed to manifest to the degree that it is now. Why is that? Because once drugs, murder, and crime consume a neighborhood, the property value falls. I don't know if you're familiar, but back in the 70s, 80s, they had this thing that they dubbed white flight, where people flew to the suburbs to escape crime in the city. Well, now, across America, downtown areas are being revitalized. There's like a massive plan to revitalize downtown areas all across America. So when you go into these major cities, they have all these amenities. They're bringing tourists into these cities in the downtown area. And the people that flew to the suburbs, they want to come back downtown and live and take advantage of these amenities. Therefore, when you see things like gentrification happening in West Louisville or in Chicago or Indianapolis, when you see things like what the city did today, extend the downtown area to West 12th Street, be on the lookout for what's going to happen. They're going to come into these neighborhoods, they're going to buy these properties, they're going to force these families out, and they're going to displace families that have lived in these areas for decades. So look, my people, I know when you out there in the hood, you're doing your thing, you're not really conscious of your action, you're not really conscious that your actions you're not really conscious of how your actions affect the entire community. But when murder rises, crime rises, and drugs flood the community, it brings the property value down. So what you're essentially doing is you're helping displace your families into different areas. So just kind of be a little mindful of what you're out here doing. That's all I got for you.